Right, hello and welcome to Theme Park Euphoria. Now, first of all, sorry for not uploading anything in the past couple of weeks. And the sole reason for that being was because I've been unable to actually get anything and actually be able to get to anywhere. The problem was that things have been very hectic recently regarding stuff outside of the YouTube channel, especially Fairwatch Euphoria. And I was just not able to get to places like Breen, which was where I wanted to some point during this month. So, other than that, I also want to say the other thing, just thanks so much for 1,000 subscribers. So, I did say at the beginning of the year that if this channel didn't get 1,000 subscribers, I would be taking a different direction onto this. Basically, what that would have consisted was I would have merged Fairwatch Euphoria and Theme Park Euphoria into one channel. It would have moved over to the Fairwatch Euphoria YouTube channel. But since this channel has peaked the goal where I wanted to be, it depends on where the situation is at the end of 2022. I'll see where things go from here. But anyway, thanks for that. But while I'm just, I kind of made this a last minute decision, but for this week's video, I'm actually at Carter's Steam Fair here in my hometown of Bath. I literally only had about an hour here, and I'm actually opening this up after I've done parts of the vlog. So it's actually closed for now. But let's just stop talking because everyone's actually giving me very weird looks, but they always do that whenever there's a camera and somebody's talking to them. So let's just hop in and see what the place has to offer for this year. Alright, so here we are at inside Carter's Steam Fair at Bath. So it does feel a little bit strange with it being fenced off this time round. Just got a few tokens off of the token pay box just down there. Is it new? I can't remember. I don't even know how old that one is. But anyway, thought I'd just give a little quick tour around just to see what the fair has to offer this year. It does feel a bit smaller than usual. That's noticeable because the Dodgems aren't here, which is a shame because I was looking forward to driving the set of cars that's new to the Carter family. I forget the make and model of them, but I'll just put a picture on the screen now so you know what they look like. But they previously travelled with supercar models and Revachon models of Dodgem car. So if anyone does know the make and model, I'll probably look into it properly after I've finished here. But oh well, so you can just about just zoom down there. You've got a mini merry-go-round just down there, a set of boats. Got a few children's rides just in front of it, so mini roundabout boats just down there. A mini roundabout, you got a mini autodrome, you got a mini steam train down here, and you got some games right in front of it. Here to the right, we have two different sizes of these swing boats, which are manually operated by the riders on the rope there. So we got, I'd say mid-size there, and the much larger scale. So we got Super Strikers just down there. There's a mini octopus. Which, speaking of octopuses, where I really want to know what's currently happening with Carter's big octopus, because I really miss that thing. I know that Henry Dancer is getting one open. I don't know if it already is open at Barry Island, but anyway, we have the Paramount Charoplanes, we have the Jubilee Steam Gallopers right down there. Walk down further. So we've got the Lost Ark Jungle Thriller. Now, Arks are a ride I don't encounter very often. I think I've only been on one or two of these in my life. Hell, in fact, this might be the only one I've ever been on, because a lot of them that used to be Arks ended up being converted into waltzers. So, actually, before I get on to the other two major rides here, it does, in terms of the size this time round, it felt smaller than being here a couple of years ago. That was because not only are the Dodgers not here, but two of Richard Cadell's rides are not here. His whirl-around scrambler, which is similar to the Sizzler Twist, a much older variant. I think Eli Bridge built it. So yeah, so it's a shame because I really love the smooth ride and handling of those things. So I don't actually often give catering a mention, but before I do that, here's just a poster of some of the merchandising that you can order online. I'll recommend you pause to read that so you can get a better view. So we have the Italian ice cream vintage ice cream truck there. We have the San Marino catering. I said that wrong again. And we have some donuts. Probably going to get a few of them later, but yeah. So making my way back down here, here we also have the Lightning Scared, which is one of two I've only ever been on. I've been on this one and Jimmy Bowery's one whenever it comes to Great Dorset Steam Fair. And that thing almost ends me, along with this one as well, because the last time I went on Barry's machine was, I think it was a 6 or 7 minute cycle, which nearly wiped me out. So I'll definitely be hopping on that later. And here we have something I do not see very often, and in fact I think it's the only of its kind from Langwheels I've ever been on, and that is the supersonic jets. Sorry, gosh, hang on a minute. So anyway, as I was saying, these supersonic jets made by Langwheels, I forget which decade they were made, alright? So yeah, I will admit, these are really fun to ride. I know there may not be a lot to them, but I do, and also the fact that they're also operated manually by a lever as they're spinning around with the I think it's either hydraulic or pneumatic, can't really tell. If it's air powered, then it's pneumatic, then if it's hydraulic, if it's oil, sorry, then it's hydraulic. Oh Jesus, I really need to be. So I'll definitely be coming back to that. So gonna have a little walk around, get a few more videos for the Ferrari Euphoria YouTube channel, and yeah, just see where things go from there. Okay, while there's no one waiting for it, I thought I'd just kick this off with the Paramount Chairplanes. Not something I usually ride very often, not something I usually get on-ride POVs of, but since I haven't done it in a while, I just thought I'd give it a try. But before I do that, you may notice a downgrade in quality when it comes to the on-ride POVs, and that's because unfortunately I couldn't bring the GoPro with me, so instead I brought this, which is a if I can get the camera to focus it. This is the QMOX SJ4000, and this is the camera that I used to film on-ride POVs with during 2016, and so I filmed a lot of stuff for Ferrari Euphoria and Theme Park Euphoria over that year with this, and it's going to be my first time using it actually since Hyde Park Winter Wonderland 2018, at the time when I actually lost my GoPro Hero 5, and the reason why the GoPro Hero 7 is not here is because it's actually back home doing a time lapse, and I literally only came down here last minute, so God knows what kind of quality this is going to produce. But let's switch to this and just see how downhill things go from there. Right, here we go on the Chairplanes. I think first time being on pretty much a ride of this type and this design, and you can probably just about hear already how downhill the quality has gone after switching to this camera. So, oh dear. Oh my god. I will admit, after coming off of that did feel unforgiving for the side of my thighs. Because obviously, I can't imagine there were a lot of plus-size people back in the day, and considering the weight I put on during lockdown, it was a chore to try and squeeze into those seats. But nonetheless, that did actually have quite a lot of kick to it. The way it's spinning around, yeah, really good kick, I'd say. Even though there may not seem a lot to it, but now I'll probably head on the gallopers later, depending on how much time I have, because I think it's 6:10 now, and they close about 7 today. So I'm basically trying to get on what I need to for today to get some stuff for the Feral HG4 YouTube channel. So what I'm just going to do next on is head on to the Jungle Thriller Lost Ark.
Why don't you fall in love with me? Because you know I could suffer. You know that
I wonder where I've heard this before. It's a bit unusual hearing this on a ride that's not a Twister or a Sizzler. gonna be honest, I was underwhelmed with that cycle. Because when I was seeing it running earlier, I just thought it was toned down just because a small child was on it. But as I went on it, it just wasn't as fast as quite a few years ago when I last rode it. I don't know if that's due to it being toned down, because there might be some parts on it that they don't want to wear it out quickly. But other than that, I'm not going to go as far as say, you know, don't skip this or whatever. I will recommend you try the Lost Ark once if you ever do see this, if you are curious and if you do want to try it out. But now I've got about half an hour left of ride time, so there's a couple of things I do really need to do with the limited time frame I have. Get a video of these supersonic jets for the other channel, but I feel like, judging from the looks of it, the Lightning Skid is probably going to be the last ride I am going to be riding today, so let's just see how things go.
Okay, riders, push the pedal right down, hold it down, skip the car to the left, then quickly release it to go to the right. That's it, do it shy, push the pedal right down, hold it, skip the car, then let that pedal go. Just swing to the right.
my god. Wow, that is I just can't quite get the words out, but that is something on another level. That almost wipes me out. Purely because of just like, not only because of the speed it ran at, but just because how crazy I was going on the pedal. But definitely this, of all the rides here at Carter's Steamhead, this is definitely the one that you should not miss at all, without a doubt. Jump on it. It's one of the, actually the other thing I'm curious about, Fair Trade Services, who are based outside of Bristol, who make the newer Waltzers with the neon chevrons on the back. I'd love to see them have a go at making one of these, like a Fair Trade skid with the cars that have the chevrons on the back. So hey porters, if you are watching this, have a crack at this if you can, because I'd really love to see how you would pull this off. So anyway, there's only about 5 minutes left, and this is what I think is probably going to be the last ride here, which is the Supersonic Jets, which isn't part of Carter's, it's only just travelling with them, but this is actually owned by Alex Hyman, and thought I'd just hop on these because, you know, why not? They're fun, and don't see these very often, so let's go.
I wanna be near you, wiggle and you shake like a big rattlesnake. You doobie-doobie-doobie-dee, you think you're gonna break.
I am happy.
Okay, so here we go on what is going to be my last ride of the day, and pretty much probably the last ride of the day because it's the only one that's currently running, and that is the Supersonic Jets. Now, the lever I mentioned earlier on in this vlog is actually down here, so when the ride gets going, I'll have to move to the left a little bit because of the forces. So if I just... Okay, just one up in the air, so you can just about get... But there's the lever, and if I just pull it up, it sends the ride up, and pull it the other way, of course. Oh! And a gush of air, just briefly. So yeah, these are definitely pneumatic from that aspect alone. See how high I can get this thing. Yeah, that's just... Let's just take this moment to appreciate the views across Royal Victoria Park and all the views. You just got to see it all the way down Carter's Steamhead. I just find this absolutely hilarious. Just a 25-year-old man on his own on a family jet ride. What am I doing with my life? But let's just have a bit of fun with this. So I only realised that the battery just died on me during this cycle on this camera because of just how shy the battery in this has become. I'll stop it for a bit so you can hear me, but it's just, I don't know what it was that happened to it. It was perfectly fine when I bought it, but as the years go on, something has obviously happened to the battery and the charge in the camera, and the way the camera picks up on it has not been responding to it well. So if it dies again, probably all you're going to see from this cycle. But okay, yeah, it happened again, and the pneumatics have discharged, so that is the end of this cycle, and we're coming to a landing. But yeah, quite enjoyed that for what it was. It was actually really good fun. Okay, so with that is, well, what was a really fun cycle on the Supersonic Jet. So yeah, it's not, as I said a few times, something that I see very often, but it's good fun to get on something like that. It's quite a good laugh, but as you can see, all the covers are going on. Carter's, they actually do shut at 7 because of council orders. So and also there's some is that Zuno? Is that Zuno being sprayed on there?
Is that what, sorry?
Is that Zuno, or is it a different brand?
This is just basically whatever that is on there.
Oh, okay, so...
Yeah, it's just sort of like, you know, stuff what you're doing.
Alright, no worries, thanks. So, yeah, I can imagine. Because, obviously, COVID still being a global health issue, so all the rides being sprayed down after they've been finished. So with all that being said, I'm just gonna wrap this vlog out here and I'll see you outside. Okay, so after that, I only had about, what, an hour and something minutes of ride time, but in the end, you can just about see it all the wagons and the trailers and the transport just behind me. But I managed to get everything I wanted to, which I wasn't expecting actually, for the Faro 240 YouTube channel, and I managed to get what I wanted just for this vlog. It was a shame that not everything that usually is here, like for example the Dodgems or a couple of Richard Cadell's attractions that weren't here for this year, but I can understand why it's been kept smaller, because obviously with COVID still being a public health emergency globally, and obviously just to control the limited, because it is fenced off this year, which I don't know if I did point out in the intro when I walked around, but that's solely just to control, and it's a bit unusual seeing metal fencing like that around a vintage fairground like Carter's, but it's really good fun when they do come back down here. There are so many attractions that I don't get to go, well, I would say so many, there's only a few rides on there, but all of which I don't ride very often, obviously because there's not a lot of them about. But if you ever are down here, I think they're here until the 28th, I could be wrong on that, it could be either the 28th or the 22nd, but check on the Carter's Steam Fair Facebook page for all the details of how long they're actually here and where they're going to be going next. So that's it for this video. Next week I will have something for next week, regardless of whether that being, it should be a vlog of the Pleasureland experience that's currently in Worcester, hosted by Tom Wilson, because that is a mobile theme park. I tend to cover stuff that advertises mobile theme parks, and because of the time frame I do have, I should be able to get a vlog there. But if I'm unable to because of the weather, I will try and make time to go down to Breen, because with how free my week is, I should be able to make time for it. So if next week will either be Breen or Worcester Pleasureland experience, depending on what happens. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching and see you later. Actually no, it's not see you later quite just yet, because there was one thing I actually forgot to touch up on. Hopefully that will be the last time I end up having to use this, which was the cheap QMOX action camera that I end up having to use for today, rather than the GoPro, because it's actually doing something back at home, time-lapsing. But I really don't want to end up having to use this thing again, and I do really want to get a secondary action camera, just in case for whatever given reason I can't bring the GoPro, and also for some multi-angle stuff that I do outside of Theme Park Euphoria. So even if it's something like another GoPro or a Osmo Action, but probably not the GoPro Hero 8 or the 9, because that's kind of out of my budget and I need to save money for a lot of important things. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and for real this time, see you later.